This recent update is probably the biggest update WUGG has seen, and man, there's just so much content that I actually don't even remember what all of it is. But today I just want to show you the new cars and just showcase some of them. So we got the C6R, the Ferrari F355, which sucks that its price was increased, but that was probably for good reason. We got the F40, which has a rental version that I completely forgot about. And we got the FF, which was actually my most anticipated car in the update. And then we got probably the most hyped car from this update, the Honda Civic. And then we got the stock F1 as well. So I'm going to be starting with the most hyped car that was teased probably back in like June, and it finally came out. And I think I actually mentioned it in like a video like 2 weeks ago, like maybe the next update has a Civic, and I did not mean to do that, but yeah, we got the Civic, and what can we say? It's a Civic, you know? It's actually, in terms of the car itself, it grips really well. It has like super nice handling, but it being a Civic, it is probably the slowest. I think it is actually the slowest car in the game. And as you can see, even compared to the Brera, which is the E-Class King, yeah, the power is really lacking on this thing at E-Class. I think it would be better to take this thing to D, or maybe even C, but I would say D. And also peep the masterpiece of a livery that I made. Now there are also new tracks added, and I've never been on this track before, so I'm not even sure if this is a new one, but the Civic seems to be excelling so far at this. Except man, going up the hill, this car is like tugging. It does not like straights. All these corners, but the Brera is just too quick for this thing. Yeah, you can see like Civic is really good at handles, but that power is just so lacking. That was a pretty good race though, not gonna lie. Now when I bought this Corvette C6R, I honestly did not expect much from it. It was just, I just bought it because it looked cool. But then when I started driving it, and after like seeing other people's feedback of the car, I was like, this car is not just, you know, a CLE that is just better. This is like a whole different car, and the best way I can describe it is that, oh my god. The best way I can describe it is that that jump really threw me off. But the best way I can describe it is that it is an Exige S, but faster. And that's really saying something. Now I got this thing tuned up to S. I drove this car mainly at A, and driving at S is kind of an adjustment because the car is way faster now, so I just don't know what the limits of the car are, to be honest. We got a really sharp hairpin turn right there. update's been out for like 2 days, I think, but already this car is becoming one of my favorites. Another underrated thing about it that I don't really see anyone really talk about is that apart from like those couple of bumps like that where the car just spazzes out, this thing actually handles bumps and jumps pretty well. Yeah, it was a alright run. Not really, but... Well, this is gonna be interesting. As you can see, me and everyone else here is rocking all rally-based cars, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm driving the Ferrari FF, which is actually my most anticipated car from this update. In terms of Ferraris, this is like weirdly like one of my favorites, in the sense that it's not really, in terms of looks and stuff, it's like what? It's like eh. Ever since I saw like that one Top Gear episode in which they drove this car around in snow, I've been so intrigued by it. Probably because of the fact that it's like a practical Ferrari, and that's not something you usually see in like Ferraris or any like supercars. And so far this car in A-Class is actually pretty good. It's not like meta or anything, it's like, I would say sub-meta. But overall, it handles itself pretty well. I'm not sure if I should upgrade to S. I haven't heard too much about how it runs in S, but in A it's fine. If you're looking for like a budget option, the FF might do you just fine. This is also my first time on this track, and I'm honestly so confused. I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. All I know is that the XZ like wrecked me. And what happened to the other dudes? Oh man, that Wyra and Zonda Cinque, man, they're so far behind. Well, that's a nice start right there. I'm driving the Ferrari F355, a car that I actually had no idea was going to be in this update. Wow, they are all going at it, but a car that I didn't know was going to be part of this update, and I just bought it just because of looks. Like, pretty much, I saw this thing and I'm like, wow, it looks pretty nice, so I just bought it. As it turns out, this car is meta in B, that's what I know for sure, and it also might be meta in C. Someone else is gonna have to check up on that. I gotta say, so far, my first impression of me driving this thing is that this thing drives super nice. It really does. I heard it in like when the car is like in top gear, it isn't really so quick, but definitely for like these technical tracks, this car will definitely excel. Even right now, as a C-Class, it handles really nice. I'm gonna be upgrading it to B-Class soon, and I'm gonna be checking it out, see if it's even better. And for driving a C-Class car against the competition, I think I did alright. I can definitely see why this car's price is increased, because this car in B, well in C it was a pretty good car to drive, but in B, it feels a lot nicer. In terms of like speed, I would say it's pretty good low end, but it seems to struggle on, well, like whenever it's like in like 5th or 6th gear. And handling is pretty good, although there is like a certain limit to like its turning radius, so that might be my tune or that's just how the car is, but nonetheless, it is a very good car. Oh, I steered way too early there. Yeah, I had to brake really hard there because I was not gonna make that corner without hitting the wall. And that F355 behind me has caught up pretty quick due to my mistakes. Compared to my Diablo, this thing smokes it, that's for sure. Oh my god. I really thought I can just like go full throttle through that bend. But got the lead. Pretty impressed with this Ferrari. I was pretty put off from like getting this car until I saw the rental because F40 looks sick, but wow, this thing handles super nice, but the F40 it looks really good. But I heard in like 5th gear or like 6th gear maybe, like this car dies, and which is really unfortunate because it could have been another car that could have competed with the F1s and YRAs. And I'm on Turnpike Dash, which is a race in which you just have to get the turnpike, and all you have is a map. And to be honest, I don't know where I'm going. There was a route that I found that like got me there in like 3 minutes one time, but there's probably way faster routes. Even though I don't have a speedometer on me, I can like hear the engine just I can hear the engine just kind of dying after every gear shift. But it definitely does not take bumps well. Yeah, I'm so far behind. Oh my god. Damn. It does take the turns pretty well at high speed. Oh man, Pizza Frank. No, wait, this is the right way. I was about to say, oh shoot, did I take a wrong exit? Probably already there. Dang, they are already there. Yeah, the route I took was clearly not optimal. But I should be able to make the finish line on time, which is good. Yeah, it definitely feels weird steering a car like this at like full speed, because it's still really good. And yeah, I did lose to a stock, I mean not stock, a 499 Charger. So I feel like the last race I did didn't really do much justice for this car because it was mainly a highway track. So I decided to be a genius and take it to a TeamSpeak. That's clearly where it excels. And we're racing with AI here because I just couldn't find other people for Most Wanted TeamScape. And yeah, there are single player TeamScapes now, so if no one's willing to join a TeamScape, you can just play a game with your favorite bots. And they also did update the bot preset cars, so all bots use all presets and like all car models, which is pretty cool. And despite the Ferrari being like super weak, it is handling pretty well actually in this TeamScape. In fact, where is the AI? The AI is somehow behind me, even though I'm the one taking these hits. Awesome. But yeah, with that L corner right there, like I could have took that without any braking. Why is that AI driver just doing a 180? And these dudes are weird. The AI can literally glitch out of the map and still beat you. That's how pro they are. In terms of new power-ups, there's actually a new power-up called Ghost, which I think protects you from collisions and stuff like that. But the thing is that I keep on forgetting to activate it. So, like, even though I think some of the recordings you're gonna see, like, I have it equipped, but I completely forget about the fact that it exists, so I don't use it. Yeah, this handling feels really weird, like, but it's like super grippy to the point that, like, you know, when it's like, for example, like the Exige, the C6R, it definitely has that sort of like handling characteristics, and these are the type of handling characteristics in which they're very good, but I feel like they don't offer the best like driver response. So they're pretty much like, once you turn, you just have to trust the car that it will complete the turn for you. And majority of the time, they do. So that's good. Should I have activated a slingshot right now? Hopefully it recharges by the end. enjoy some free gas. Yeah, if you for some reason wanted an F40 for pursuits, this is definitely not it. And another con I gotta say about the F40 is actually with the presets and stuff. Because if you want a stock one like this one's only available as a rental. And if you actually do want one of these cars, you're gonna have to shell out 5 mil for that that like preset that you can actually buy. And that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. See you later.